I'm the dead Indian from this guy's actual life. No, I never showed up like this to freak him out. In fact, I remained invisible, which was appropriate. But today I have the skull on, and I've paid the blood price. I've donated plasma, and it's very unpleasant for me, which is a reward in its own. They fucked me up. So what's your message? My message is great. Let me tell you how and why. I've easily inroad to get the amount of money that I need at the times I'll need it to be gainfully semi-employed. And plasma. Plasma is definitely the key word. Now, oddly enough, the reality does let you take over the typewriter if you will but do it. And I've been maintaining for quite a while that this is something that is worth doing. It's like, would you rather have some impersonal piece of shit play the bad guy role for you? Or would you like to set it up in such a way as to create the balance yourself with care and consideration? You're not going to get away from it. Why not just apply and write in the negative experience in such a way as you can handle? I think that's what we're being prompted to do. And I felt this way for quite a while. It's not just a random test. It's an ongoing, continuing proof and truth, which is why we're using our friend, the Cro-Magnon man. His name is Zamalek. I'm sure it's just me in one of my multidimensional forms. I need not go into that. That's not what I'm doing here. That's not what I'm doing here. In fact, I'm petting cat and I'm sharing love. Because part of my equation that I know that it's important to my life, I have to have a proper way or outlet, some sort of way to apply my crazy ass male sexual energy that's way over, it's definitely overcharged, but it's not burning me out or nothing like that. And I think that at the appropriate time, because it's able to be sustained and held off from just going full fucking fusion, I think one day that's what will happen. I think a male and female form of these energies that I'm partially speaking of will just fucking jumpstart each other like a fucking car battery on some futuristic street and then turn into a single badass, more badass vehicle made of lights and sounds, and it'll just fucking lift up. The tires will turn sideways and it'll be something else entirely. Consciousness is supreme here. I put two extremely badass messages because of all the apps that don't let you talk to anybody, that has all the interactions between men and women completely fucking twisted and fucked off. There was a Bastrop girl who said something very appropriate, and there was someone else that had a similar, I can just say this and put it there, and that would, if they read that, all the people I've heard bitching about this, the things that men are taught to say, how are you, hello, I've never seen so many women bitching about the normal greetings that a men fucking have to go through in the normal, like, hi, how are you? To not be creepy, you have to say hi and hello. You can't jump into, hey, but they want something else. They want some sort of crazy ass negotiation or you know, and to keep it mild without being too weird. It takes a full amount of your brain cells, at least a 12-hour period, to reflect upon that. And I was able to shit out 2 of them, and that's all that it allows. And I think that if I just left that there, I'm going to get a response from both of them. Not that I'm concerned about it, but the amount of stress from my life that immediately dissipates is already factored in as necessary and part of the body's doing the business already. You see, too bad I can't get it lined up. You can't get it lined up? I can. I can't get the unicorn back the fuck up so you can see the horn. You can kind of see the horn getting in there. You see how it's handling me? As you can see, this unicorn's fucking handling me. I'm not really me. I'm a form of myself that can get on the back of this unicorn and present the ride that I'm after. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanna fucking romp with this bitch. But you gotta treat pussy like a unicorn, like it's a mystical fucking thing that can never be fucking touched by anything without the destruction of the whole world. You can't even touch a unicorn. It's unthinkable. And see, I do want to touch it. In fact, I want to participate in all the fucking mystical fucking rites. Because, like I said, I'm a shaman. I need that. I gotta have that. Fortunately, I do have a unicorn horn. Let's call it my dick. When it's stable and it's magical, and it's got mastering underneath it, the power of the snake. You know, that's a many seasons past.
See the tarot card strength with the tail like a snake.
The shadow work.
The lion's tail
every snake you
snake.
can imagine is that son of a bitch.
Why do you think
It's not
that
about
shit
size.
is?
It's about what's the power that can be conducted through the wand. It doesn't matter. The dick under normal circumstances will change shapes to fit whoever it's serving, ladies. So, fucking save a horse. You know, I can't really prove that any more than I already have, because it's not my job to prove that to you. I have to survive it for myself, number one. And once I get past that, I've got good news to share for other people that probably won't believe that could be possible in the way that I experience it. Because I loosely put the same form of it out there to the one friend of mine that I have, because I have duty work to do with her brother, her mother, and like I can and need to be able to do it and to do it. Like the mom did some real fucking stupid ass shit, and the brother's in jail and probably can't even come home, and he needs to by the end of it, but he's experiencing a little bit of the um, schizophrenia, but it's mostly because the phenomenon that's we're all already experiencing, some of which is like Mandela effects, that's not because he's on drugs, but his being on drugs and his not properly guided mind will totally shit him into a brick wall without a couple of things just put out there that I didn't know that he had this problem, and he would respond so out of place because it's a dysfunctional family. You know, it's help that you already need, and right insight and guidance from someone that understands what's wrong about most people's thinkings of the world and the way that they can approach that. You know, because we're still left with a world full of normies and libtards that are not really perceiving the way the world actually is. They're basing everything upon the idealistic world where you should easily be able to ... but things don't work that way at all. In fact, they really never have. We've all come to this knowledge, those of us that have it, um, all very personally and on our own. We found that none of that is correct. It looks that way on the surface, but that's not how things work. So you do need to be able to help people. You do need to be able to break through that surface level that is on which we all are subject to the appearance of and have long had beliefs that were tethered into that wrong think and wrong idealistic form of the world that was designed for us by our command and control fucking leaders, the aliens, and they're good at it because Cliff High does say, and I tend to agree that the type of mind control shit that they have the thinking under those Jewish people that are most closely tied into that because they're the chosen ones, right? Um, it really does affect your mind in such a way as make you think that you are a chosen one. And Christians are also pulled into this, but you can, if you follow the right way, and you come to some of your own understanding, which you should, if you're not just doing religion, not really doing it, you're doing it without the love of God or the earnest desire to seek is required to find that which is available and there for all to find. Those who seek do find this. And it's an important part of our stage that we're at now because we're having to implement and put forth a lot of the mechanisms where we actually can do service to others like that. And it's required because this ain't about just you. And, it's all tied into our mission, why we're here, what's going on. And there's a lot of different zoom in, zoom out views of the world that you can zoom in and zoom out. And you'll see that the biggest thing holding us back is that veil of the perceived world and how people are still either stuck in it and believe that's all that is the end all and be all. But if you look at the tarot card that's the high priestess, that's a real clue because that's the gateway that we're dealing with in that respect because it's an appearance of and it's not what it is. And it does require a gatekeeper in the proper context, the high priestess. Anyway, just sharing that. Have a nice day. What's up, girl? Won't you let me get that cornbread? I need that cornbread. I definitely appreciate it. I got to have it. Maybe you're not so sure how
What's up,
buttery it
girl?
is for me. You know who you are. Let me have that cornbread. We can get to suppering right now.